go and let God handle it and trust in that and move forward. And that's for me, but also to inspire others to do the same, because you can come from some very difficult situations and circumstances and change your life too. There's unforetold success that you can have with the mindset and the heart set and the belief in our Father. But why are we here today? You didn't come here just to hear me blow my horn about my life and my lessons. We're here today because we are a community. We are a community looking to, I know everybody's looking at what's going on around here. It's like, man, down there in the King's Manors, it passed by, oh man, but it's right here in your own house, because see, while I told you the quick story about what was going on with me, nobody would have never thought that about me. So when you look internally, it's right here in your own house, in your own homes, is guys, your sisters, your brothers and sons, and we're losing them. We got Tecmo Bowl, PlayStation 2, PS3, all that. Those are the people raising our kids right now. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy. We like the easy way. And it's amazing how the easy way becomes the only way. Because the easy way for me was to not take my father's lessons. If you look at yourself, you think, man, my son, he's doing this. I know we got a lot of people in our family that's affected by the penal system, the rules, the guidelines in these streets. Gangs, influenced by drugs, all the rest of the stuff going on. But what are we doing as a community, as a family, as a father, as a mother, as a child, to do something about it? But here we are today. All right, I'm gonna say something that is dear to my heart, because my mother, whom was truly, hurt by my prison sentence, traveling here, trying to get here somewhere around the highways right now. I know she's affected. But when we live in life, and I want us all to understand what life is really about. Life is about service. Living my life, I was so selfish in my way of thinking and in my way of being, in my way of living, in my way of acting, in my way of sharing, in my way of giving. I ain't care about nothing or nobody else but me, the next Cadillac I was gonna get, or the next girl, or whatever the rest that was. But I hurt my mother in such a devastating way. It's actually a joy to be able to just talk to her on the phone. It's really heavy, it's really heavy. But if you think of our own lives, you really, really think about your own life. Who are you hurting? Who are you neglecting to share the love that you have for them today? Michael Jackson just died, and everybody's shooting all these text messages about Michael Jackson. Oh man, he was this and that. Now they slandering him, and everybody's this and that. But what it makes you do is reflect on what you're doing with your life. Because today could be here, and tomorrow ain't promised anyway. Tomorrow's not even promised. Oh, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Oh, I ain't gonna call that. It's a little bit late. I'm not gonna make this call. You haven't talked to my sister in this long. I haven't talked to my brother in this long. And then you call over there, or they call you, and that was it. That was it. Let's respect some time. Let's respect some people. Let's respect the gift of life. I want everybody to come out of this here today and say, well, I'm gonna respect one thing in my life, and that's gonna be the gift of life, because every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Judas, you look on my Facebook, I put out there, I try to put positive vibes out there. I live my life, I have a lot of fun, but I try to put something out there that says, today, I'm blessed. I'm blessed today. We want so many things in this world, and I think those are the vices that our community faces. What the Joneses have, this new Escalade, this new Cadillac, this other kind of deal like this. And then we get caught up in that, and we get lost in the spiritual realm. And like I said, I didn't come here to preach today. I didn't come here really to even teach. I came here to share and inspire. I wanted to see a lot more of youth here. I'm glad to see the men. It's good to see the women, but it's great to see a community coming together. But I really want us to really reach out to our youth. And then it's not even always the youth, because it's a parenting technique style that we have that's lacking too, because we can't blame everything on the kids, because they're not learning it brand new. This stuff ain't brand new. But it's like, man, you know, being able to come through certain situations that you couldn't even, you know, you don't even think you'll see tomorrow, and be able to look at you here today. Here today. It's powerful to me. It's a very powerful sentiment of growth. And are we growing as a community though? Life is so precious. Life is so precious. I'm gonna read something from you because it's just striking me here today. If I could get, Randy, could you give me a little bit of a background there? Because when I'm talking about men, because I think that men, we are the leaders of our communities, of our families, the rearers of our children. We put most of the discipline down, but then in some households, we got the woman and we want to commend her for what she's doing. If you know, a man don't want to stand up, hey, you know, women, you're strong out there, like ladies. This is a poem that I wrote that was representative of how men cry, and that's what I'm doing up here today. I'm sharing a few tears with you in a way that I want to be able to affect this positive growth. And it's a reinforcing kind of feeling to me, to share. It's like you're a tool technician, but you got a student and you're teaching him. It's steady learning and evolving because you're sharing and learning. And men cry. We don't cry down the sides of our face. We cry through all kind of different other ways. We'll shoot some dope, we'll gang bang, we'll womanize, we'll Cadillacanize, and all the rest of the nizes that go along with it. So I wrote this poem. It's called The Tears of a Man. The tears of a man don't flow down the sides of his face. They flow from his heart and through his veins to a lonely place. The tears of a man aren't allowed to flow in plain view. They must be suppressed because that's what society says a man must do. The tears of a man may come out in grunts as he lifts weights, allowing his physical to override his mental and spiritual states. The tears of a man may come to pass in the dark and in private as he goes about life in perpetual hate of himself. The tears of a man often manifest in violence. Sometimes there are signs of the looming storm as he stalks in silence. The tears of a man drip drop as he beats his wife, mad as himself for faking his way through life. The tears of a man burn in his eyes as he pulls the trigger. His tears is tin shells hitting the concrete as he stares at the prone figure. The tears of a man may run through his veins as he overdoses on dope, screaming out for all the world to hear with his one last hope. The tears of a man can reach their final destination in a lonely room. If he's not allowed to express himself, the last sound he may make may be a cylinder spin, a trigger squeeze, and a resounding boom. The tears of man must be allowed to run freely, releasing him from his self-repression. And after a long cry, he'll be able to let himself go from his long-standing depression. I wrote that to reflect how men cry, and we do these things to each other, and we do these things to society, and we do these things to ourselves that are counterproductive. They don't get anything done. They ended up ruining lives, ruining families, ruining finances, just ruining the whole gamut of failure, simply because men aren't expressive enough to talk about what we're dealing with inside and do things and find mechanisms that are appropriate and productive to go forward with life and make things better. Can you guys kind of agree with what I'm talking about right there? You kind of agree with that? I want you to feel me a little bit. I know that we all know somebody that's just kind of going through life and they're doing things. A lot of times we communicate with them, they're crying inside and we don't know how to get them tears to come out in other kind of ways, ruining themselves. Hey brother, come on now. What's going on? What's really going on? But we don't speak like that because men, we aren't nurturers. We're not nurturers by nature. There are women, you will share with each other, come through the pain, come out of the other side with great communication and great sisterhood, brother. It could be anything, you know, we just don't rub like that. You know, my friend could tell me, oh man, I caught your wife doing this and that, man, or you can catch her doing something like that. But my boy, he's so quick, oh man, he got another one right over here, brother. You don't have to worry about that, because that's how men cry though, and then they end up going into that. My brother right here, you feeling me, because you know it's just like that. But how can we change that? We gotta have a brotherhood that's successful, that shares with each other, and that's the same thing that we always talk about, that steel on steel. It's all right. Hey man, I know you love her. I know you want her, you know. Why don't y'all talk it out? We don't have it. We gotta find those kind of mechanisms right there. Oh man, I'm feeling so good today. I'm really excited about being back in Pasadena. I spent all those years, all 16, can you imagine 16 years in a cell, contemplating what you're gonna do with your life. And now I'm gonna use that. If I'm gone 16 years, okay, I'm gone 16 years. I come back and people doing the same thing that they were doing when I left. I'm more computer savvy than many people before I left. That's not to say that I have any more of a skill set than anybody else. I say that people are stagnated. And what we need to do is help each other to be able to move forward. And those are sometimes tears in how we live in our life. Hey, we got to be doing something with our life. What are we doing that's making this world, and then even to a closer extent, our families, and then you get even tighter, ourselves better, right? So we're leaving here and we're talking about, hey man, the brother came out, he put a couple of things out there to think about. I like him, okay, he's got a little story. But it's not about me, it's not about me. I'm up here to share my story so that we can come out of here and say, man, what am I gonna do for me? Okay, hey, I wanna tell you something about a great woman too, because you have to have, there was a man, his name was Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill, he had a philosophy that you had to have a mastermind group in order to be successful. Your mastermind group consists of 2 or more people. First of all, they want your master. He said that it was most successful for your mastermind group to come from your spouse, where you share and you grow and you learn and you go forward and you build on that in order to come out and share with the world your goals and your plans, and you come to fruition of success. And here, for me, my mastermind group starts with my wife. When I was inside, I was gangbanging so hard. I know you guys kind of seen American Me. Anybody seen American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, all them kind of movies like that? That was me. I go in, I didn't just get in prison and he was a good guy. I had a lot I needed to be where he put me at, first of all. That's why I'm apologizing. There's a lot of people just you know, going, oh man, I made a mistake, not doing this and that. That's not what's happening. I made some mistakes, but I needed to go there in order to learn and come back.